Good Monday night. Dave Berman with you, and it is a pleasure to have all the way up from where he currently lives in the state of Texas, the one and the only Darby Township, Delaware County, high school basketball legend, class of 1980, Kevin Gale. Kevin, thank you very much, and it's so cool to have you on our show, and I love doing this Delco Sports 360 with the old heads, as I like to call them, to get caught up with you guys. And I'm glad you reached out. Your buddy Derek Lowry and teammate back in the day reaching out. Greg Irvin reaching out. So, yeah, tell us what part of Texas are you living in and how long have you been down there?
I'm living in the part, I was in Garland, Texas. I went down and now I'm in Fort Worth. Last June, I wanted to make do it different because my brother said, "Come on down there," and it's actually he wanted to for me to come down there and actually save my soul. Go to church and everything.
Right.
So I said, "No problem." So I went on down there because of things that happened to me. I was losing my sight and everything. So I said, "Well, what's the harm? Go in there and put the Most High in my life and see what happens." So I went down there. But one thing about Texas is hot. It is hot.
That's what they say.
Degree. So I get up in the morning, every morning around 3 or 4. I do 1,000 push-ups and 1,000 sit-ups before I take off, and then I go do a 5-mile run. That's what I do in the morning. Then from there, I go to the gym. It was this when I was in Garland, it was Lifetime. I loved that gym because I had everything I needed. I go in there 9 o'clock in the morning and I come out 5. I do lifting. I do playing basketball and stuff like that when there. And then here go a funny thing. I went to the front desk to get the basketball in Lifetime. So it was an Asian lady and I said, "Can I get a basketball?" She said, "Sure." So she put it on the desk. I'm looking at her and she looking at me. I'm like, "When you gonna give me the basketball?" She said, "It's right there." I said, "Oh, okay." So she just looking at me. I go in the gym. I start shooting around and gonna play in my full court. And I come out to give her ball back. She said, "You can see." I said, "You making shots. You can see." I started laughing. So while I was in there at the same time, this little girl, and when I shoot, I have to listen where the ball bounces so I can follow it. I listen for the sound where I can find the ball. So this little girl was in there. And I'm steady looking for the ball, and she notices. She said, "Mister, the ball's in back of you." I said, "Oh, thank you, baby." So she said, then in a while, she said, "Mister, it's right in front of you." So her mother's hollering, "Leave me alone." She said, "Mom, he can't see. I'm helping him." So I started laughing. Her brother came up, little brother, and said, "Mister, I want to play you. Let's play a game of one-on-one. I want to play you." I said, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah, I think I could beat you because you can't see." So
wow.
I started laughing. I said, "All right, what you want to be, pig, donkey, or horse?" He said, "What you mean? We're going to play horse." All right. He said, "Okay." I said, "I get the ball first since I can't see. We're going to shoot a foul shot." I made 3 straight. He said, "I ain't playing you. You can see. You lie."
Oh, man, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, so, this is what but at the gyms I go to, they always telling me I'm an inspiration because of the amount of weight I lift. I'm right now pumping 830 pounds at 62 and blind, and I bench press 420.
But right now, you say you're blind. But I'm looking at you right in the eyes.
Right.
And you're looking at me.
Right. I see a
in
shadow.
the eyes.
My left eye is glass, and unfortunately, contracted a disease called glaucoma, and it took in 2020, like it started in 2011, my eyes started messing up. So, but by 2014, I got surgery in Will's eye, and I had 4 surgeries, implants in my eye. But of course, but when COVID hit in January, my eyes started acting up again. But everything was shut down, so I kept going to emergency, and they kept my pressure down. Then in June of that year, COVID year, 2020, I had a surgery in June. It didn't take right in August. I had another one, and my sight, it took all my sight then. So what I did was I said, I'm not going to be sitting in no house. So when COVID hit, there wasn't nobody on the street, so I started running. But I stayed close to the curb because I can't see no buildings or nothing from the street of sorrow.
You have a guest here.
Huh?
Got a special guest checking in the show, Derek Lowry.
No, actually, I'm not. I'm his classmate.
Frank Brown.
Frank Brown.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, downtown Frank Brown. I thought it was Derek. Okay.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be here,
All right, so you got your buddies coming here. A little surprise.
Yeah, he surprised me. Frank got in touch with him, so that's cool.
All right, now you graduated 1980. All right, so I have the roster here. It says there's an A Brown and a T Brown.
Adam Brown.
And Ty.
Ty Brown. They not brothers or cousins.
Oh, you didn't play though on the basketball
I
team.
was always at the bottom of the bench.
Oh well, yeah. So I got the name.
Ty, yes.
Okay, so 1980. That's great. Downtown. Well, that's when Freddie Brown was kicking butt in the NBA, and
Yeah. We call Adam Doc. 'Cause see, Adam was a football player, and all he wanted to do was slam on you. He had Dr. J hands. He could go over that ball like it ain't nothing.
right.
So he averaged about 2 or 3 slams on somebody game. That's all he wanted.
Incredible story. So you guys all grew up in Darby Township, not the town of Darby.
No.
And I'm sure when they
Not
ever
Upper Darby.
they have
Not Darby Borough or not
Right.
Darby College.
right.
Darby Town.
I know about their history, unbelievable. 72 state champs. Before that, I played basketball with a guy. I'm 66, and I played a couple weeks ago at the Chester Boys and Girls Club.
Right.
He was a really good guard for the 62 and 63 Darby Colwyn boys basketball team. Won back-to-back state titles,
Right.
50 straight wins, 79 years young. Jim Reeler. Do you remember Jim Sonny Reeler?
Sonny Wheeler, Sonny.
Sonny's out
Wheeler,
playing ball with us, and I felt, I'm 66, he's 79, and he is still very good.
See what I'm
So it's
saying?
good to see Sonny, and he's coaching down at Dickinson High School in Delaware. So,
Okay.
so you guys are so close though. But Darby Township, you were right there with Collingdale,
Right.
and you're right there because I know all about
Hill,
Sharon Hill, Collingdale, know all these guys, a lot of legends.
Yeah, McLaughlin.
Darby College.
Yeah, and then they all merged Darby Township along
Sharon
with
Hill,
Sharon Hill
Collingdale.
to become
Yeah.
in summer of '82 Folcroft High School also
Yeah.
become Academy Park. So it's unbelievable. So yes, so you grew up in what feeder program? What'd you do as a youth growing up in Darby Township?
Out there, basketball. That's what I listen. Before all the houses, new houses burned up, Frank can explain that. For all the new houses built in our town, it used to be nothing but woods. And we used to travel through the woods, follow the creek, stuff like that. Then I got old enough, my brother Mike started playing basketball. So I was emulating behind him. And we used to go jump out the window at night around 12 o'clock and go over to Echo and start playing. But when you're playing at 12 o'clock at night, it echoes. And like the whole town heard it. You got everybody out there who played ball out there at 12 o'clock at night. That's how our town was.
Darby Township.
Yeah,
It's
that's
right
how
off of Chester Pike, and you get the.
We had to come Hook Road. Come down Hook Road.
So-
Chester Pike to Sharon.
Where was your gym? Is it at where Academy Park is?
We didn't have a gym in Darby Township, so we got to go up Sharon Hill or something.
Sharon Hill.
Yeah, and back then where Academy Park was, it was a nun's place. It looked like a castle.
Where the current Academy Park is.
Yeah, it was a nun's. What's it called? It looked like a.
Catholic church right
Yeah, it looked like. Well, I used to go up there because they used to like me because I come up there and help them. They give me $1 or $2, $3. Run around because it had so many floors, and they had me running around, and how big it looked like a castle. Remember, Frank?
Yes, I
It
remember.
looked like a
Yeah.
castle.
Well, Frank, you have a good voice, and so does Frank, man. I don't know what Frank's doing these days, but maybe we can squeeze him in a little bit later. But you guys grew up with seeing, you were, I don't know how old you guys were in 1966.
I was 66. I was 4.
Okay, but that's
I was
what-
62.
Charlie Walker.
Charlie Walker.
So it's like me growing up in Chester, and we were, growing up, and I'm 66, but heard all about 0 for 7 in the state finals, Chester High,
Right.
before finally winning it all in 1983 after you left the area.
Right.
So 66 state semifinals, Darby Township, lost to Jim Thorpe. You guys always had a run single A in these small little coal
Right.
region town. Coal,
Jim
not much
Thorpe.
steel, but those kids were tough.
Man,
Tough
coal
son.
miners, what you think?
I know, but I want to get their physical style of play, and we're a little physical here too, a different
Right.
kind of physicality. So lost to Jim Thorpe, which is up, past Allentown
Right.
in the state semifinal game. This is 1966, states 99-72 at the lower level, single A.
Right.
Then the next year you won it all.
Right.
1967, you went to the state. Well, actually, in 67, Darby Township went to the state finals,
Right.
and Chester went to the state
Right.
finals. And you
Same
guys,
year?
same year.
Wow.
And Chester in 3A and A. Small school. And you guys beat Union from way out there, northwestern PA.
Right.
6-point game. And this is in 67 under Charlie Walker. Chester had to play Ambridge from Pittsburgh and lost 93-61. We were back-to-back state runner-ups. So that was a correlation right there. Then Charlie left. And then this is a Darby Township basketball. 1968, the pride of media, eventually became Chester High coach. Juan Bond came in for 2 years, 68. And then 69. Then Juan left to become Chester High coach, 71, 72, 73 for 4 years. And he took him to the state championship, lost to Farrell in 72, state semis, lost to Stu Jackson and Reading in the state semis in 73. Anyway, so Juan was there 2 years, and Doug Randolph came in. Doug, and you guys were starting to... Mr. Randolph, who's from media also, him and...
Yeah.
And he
Mr.
taught at Nether
Randolph.
Providence. Well, I graduated Nether Providence in 76. So there, a little history here. And then Bernie Dickerson took over. Doug was only there a year. And then in 72, state quarterfinals, lost to that Jim Thorpe again. State quarterfinals. In 75, you won it all under Coach Dickerson, beating Rockwood 57-28. And I have all these archives. I have the articles from the Western PA papers. And so then Bernie left. And then Alonzo took over.
Right.
And Alonzo was there until you guys, and he took over when the guys became Academy Park. So I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm just trying to give you some history here.
Yeah.
So you guys were growing up and you heard all the stories back then. You saw these, you grew up.
See, when they won the state in 75, they opt not to stay up there at state and party like we always do. But they want to come home and share it with their fans in the whole town. See, the whole town woke up. They came in town around 12 or 1 o'clock.
Correct.
And that fire engines blew up and blah, blah, blah. And we kids. We all outside firing. It's like a parade at 1 o'clock in the morning.
It was March of 1975.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
And the Flyers, the Broad Street Bullies, are winning Stanley Cups back then. If you guys, so I'm growing up watching guys with sticks slam each other in the head and fight, and you win
Hey,
championships. So you follow that.
Listen to this.
Yeah, go ahead, Coach.
Listen to this.
Kevin Gale with me.
Listen to this.
And downtown Freddie Brown, we'll call him his classmate.
My first experience from not playing ball in Darby Township, because you never leave. We ain't know nothing else but stay in Darby Township and play basketball when you're a kid. So my cousin Fink came from Chester, moved out there with my aunt, his mother, and his aunt now. So I go with my grandma's. That's where he was staying with her. And I walk in and I said, "Who you?" He said, "I'm your cousin." I said, "Okay." So he said, "You play basketball?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You good?" "Yeah." He said, "Come with me." I said, "Okay." So we walking. I'm thinking we're gonna go over to Akron. We kept walking up towards Falkroft. We get to the train. I said, "Where we going? I don't got no money." He said, "I got you. Come on." So what happened? We walked it off the train, walked over in what you call it? They had the Y. It was like a building over there by the tracks and river. I don't know where it was, on the west side. It looked like a building, a abandoned building.
This is where again?
Over in Chester.
Oh, in Chester. Okay.
My cousin took me from Township. I ain't never been in Chester like that. So we go in this building. It was a Y. But the court,
up the street here.
no, this is the old one.
Which is up it's up the street. We're on our studio's 5th Street, across from the Chester Post Office.
So what happened is we go inside. They got tile floor, and the rim. It was just a rim on a wall on this way and a rim on the wall this way. So we got there. They called him Daryl Fuller.
Oh, a hot shot.
Your hot shot.
Hot shot, yeah.
Frank Hot Shot was cool.
Who you
And Frank-
almost played against, but you didn't. He graduated
Yeah.
78.
So listen, Hot Shot, I'm watching the game. This guy's about 5'6", 5'7". He come down, shake. He kicked off the wall, did 360 and slammed on the ball. I said, oh Lord, what's going on here? Because the wall, the rim was right on the wall.
Right.
So they kicking off the wall. I said, damn, okay. So Daryl Fuller said to me, yo, man, can you play ball? What, man? We ain't trying to get off the court. We get off the court, we just got to go home because so many people got winners. Everybody from Delaware, everybody's down there. Who's who in basketball?
And this is again.
I'm like 13.
So this is 75. 1975 you're talking about?
No, this was later. This one, yeah, it might have been because I was 13.
13, right.
Yeah, I was 13.
Because your freshman year was 1976, 77.
Yeah, 70. My freshman year was 78. So say a couple years, say 75, 76. So we in there. We ran the floor for six games till we got tired.
So you were hanging right with her. Now
Man.
your older brother,
See, like I told you, what made me tough was my older brother, Mike.
Mike.
Say when I started getting better, Mike, I was more challenged to him. And one time I said I could beat him. I said, Mike, are you under, man? I just make this shot. You under. He said, come on, man. Push me and everything because he's older than me.
If
So
I'm
what?
not mistaken, Kev, Mike was he on the championship team? That he was
75.
with Mr. Dickerson? Or did Mike come along a little later?
I would imagine he was on that team.
Yeah, I think so. I ain't sure.
What year did he graduate?
Mike graduated in 77.
All right, so he would have been a sophomore on
Yeah,
that team.
sophomore on
So
the
you
team.
guys actually almost played together. Your freshman year was
Well, I practiced with him because
76, 77.
when
Yeah.
I was in ninth grade, I practiced with senior high. See,
Right.
what happened is, I'm just be straight up. I was we call everybody did like they had problems in school. They put us in one room called 8-5 General. We leave the classroom. Teachers came to us, and we had our own lunch period. So what got me out of that class, Miss Whitehead, remember her? The math teacher. She went to the principal and said, "Get Kevin Gale out of there. He don't belong in there. He need to get out of there, and then, he's more smart than that because math I caught on quick." So what happened is, which is why she wanted me out of there because they start calling me Teacher Pet. I said, "You call me that one more time." He did. Chased him out of the room, run up the hallway. That's how I met Lewis.
Alonzo, yep,
Alonzo,
came in.
This is how I first met him. He put me on punishment after school in the library where the team go study and do their homework because we never go home. We come to school when we're 7 o'clock. We don't get home till 11 or 10 at night because we got practice at 6. So you go to the study hall in the library, do your homework and everything. Then we got practice. Then he talked to about 2 hours before we even played.
So you learned his first year, it was 75, 76. You were in 8th grade.
Right.
And 76, 77, that year, you lost to Elk Lake, another in the first round. 70 to 60. There was a guy for Elk Lake.
Stevenson.
And guess where he's from originally?
Where?
Chester.
Get out
Big
here.
article. Harry Chaikin did a big. I got the article.
What?
Bob Stevenson, 40 points.
Yep.
He ended up, his family moved from up to north, way up in the middle of nowhere, New Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, north of there. So he had, but in 77, you guys, that's your only loss.
Now they only lost 1 to 2 games. See, we lost about 3 that year or 4.
In 77?
No, my year we only lost 4. But we only losing 2 or 3 games a year.
Yeah,
That's it.
I have it right here. So in 77, 25-1. Again, head coach Alonzo,
Right.
assistant coach, my man, he's on Facebook, Rick Pergolini.
Yeah,
So I told him to check in. Well, this is all archived on YouTube anyway, so you can get the link here. So Perg, he was coaching him and Alonzo very, very tight.
Right, yeah.
So in 78, you were 25-4.
Right.
And you were 11-1 in the league. I don't know who beat you in the league that year, but
70 what?
78, your
My
sophomore year, yeah.
We lost against somebody?
In the league, it says 11-1, and you were state runner-up to Father Geibel.
Right.
And they're from Pittsburgh, and that was where was that game at?
Down in Hershey Park.
That was that was at Hershey.
That's where everything's at. Now.
Back then, yeah. But sometimes
Championship games, the playoff
yeah.
games are different.
And they were physical, and Father Geibel beat you 66-53, 78.
Right.
Now, your junior year, you had a lot of losses, but a lot of close games.
A lot of losses because what is happening that year, we was trying to find ourselves. You know, because when 78 team left, it was a lot of good players that left. So now we have JV playing, so we're trying to figure them out.
Right.
We have football players. And you see, we ain't have a full team until the football players stopped playing football. You know, so
Right.
now we're trying to find ourselves in this and that. So we end up having not a great year,
But you still went to the state quarterfinals.
yeah, we made it up there.
Yeah, lost again a coal region team, coal crackers. That's okay. You can call, they like being called coal crackers.
Now, let me tell you.
And you lost to them in the state quarterfinals,
Right.
59-52 at the farm show,
Yeah, right. The big blue Farm Show Arena.
where
Now-
Chester played a lot of their games too in the states.
Now I'm gonna tell you, in our senior year, my senior year, we winning, we winning, but we come out, we blowing the team out. Then all of a sudden you look up the scoreboard, they back in the game. We know one thing when we in the state: do not let them get the lead because they gonna stall ball on us.
East Brady.
All of them. Anybody we played, they did it.
Right.
Anybody we played.
So in
stalled.
'80, you open up with Millersburg, and I know exactly where that is. Still,
Right.
it's a small little river town north of Harrisburg in the country. So you beat them, and they gave you a pretty good game, 64-53. That was
Right.
at Ursinus College. I know
Right.
that. Then the second round, Elk Lake again. You finally got them that time.
I got him, yeah. What happened that game was a close game. We got there, the gym was closed. They opened, it was snow, it was cold. We were breathing, it was cold. The other thing I think we used to say, and then they knew, was there's a state championship game. Why is this gym cold? Why didn't they have it open and heat it up? Right.
There was nobody at the game. There were people at the game.
Huh?
There had to be people at the game,
You know
right?
what I'm saying? When we arrived there to the school
Oh,
to play,
okay.
the school was shut down.
Where was that game? Do you know?
I think West.
Well, I'll try to find out as you keep
I'm not
talking
sure.
here, because I got the archives right
Yeah,
here.
So we played. We was in there, and as you breathe, you see your breath. You feel that's how cold it was. So when we sitting on the bench, we throwing back on our sweatsuits. We like this, you know. So we just said, man, oh, they trying to be smart. Think black people can't play in the cold.
Oh my God!
Listen, so it was tight. We up one. We kept the lead, so they had to keep coming at us. But they wasn't no slouches now. So the guards shook Jeff Arnold, coming through the middle. This is last seconds.
Now, Jeff would have been a sophomore on that team.
Yeah. So he comes through the middle of the Elk Lake guard, and he came in front of me. I said, I reached up high. He tried to flick it over me. I went high as I could because I had a 40 vertical in high school. And I threw it. Game over. Now, the next thing we beat him, we wanted to really beat him.
Right.
You know,
So
but
this is your senior year. You got him 74-7.
got him.
Now I'm going to find out where this game was.
So we
This is
played-
1980, right? First.
I think the game before that we played up in Reading. And we
Let me-
played another team.
All right, in your senior year, okay. The game with Millersburg was
Millersburg.
at Ursinus College.
Oh, was that your
The
second?
Elk-
I won that on the slam dunk last minute. They had the lead by one.
Millersburg
Yeah, they had the lead by one.
has you won by 11. Yeah, you won by 11.
That was another game I'm talking about there.
Well, the next game was Elk Lake 74-70. That game you were talking about where snow and everything,
Yeah.
and you were there,
Yeah.
Mr. Brown? It was at Freedom High School in Bethlehem.
Yeah.
That's where that was. It was a 9 p.m. start.
Yep. It was cold.
And then you got then we'll continue on. But anyway, so
we
Elk
went to-
Lake, you beat them.
And went to the States.
Well, then they went to the Elite Eight state quarterfinals, and you played Cardinal Brennan, another coal region team, and you beat them 68-57.
Right.
Cardinal Brennan, that was at the Geigo Complex, which is still, I mean, it's Reading. Reading.
Right. I knew it
Yeah.
was up Reading.
And I'm sure the gym was packed.
Yeah, it was packed.
And then in the 1980 state semis, Northwest again with Eddie Gajewski, his name was, who ended up in a little town, as I said, a chic shinny. You don't say that too fast. Schick Shinny.
Six Shinnies.
And I drove through it before because he was a legend. 34 years, 748 wins, and they finally, you guys knocked him out a couple of times, but he won the state back-to-back in 83 and 84 during my WSBA radio days in York. So there you go. So you played in 1980. You got by Cardinal Brennan. Then you had to play Bishop. Anyway, Bishop Hannon, where a guy named Jerry McNamara eventually went to school. He played Syracuse, NBA a little bit. They're up, and they became a merger. It's like a Catholic school up there.
Right.
And they are always tough and bad. And everybody's talking about private schools today. You guys are running into the smaller private schools back in the 1970s.
That's what we was doing. It was Catholic schools.
Yes.
And all this. That's what we all running into. You know, and they was very equipped. I mean, they wasn't no slouches now.
So the state semifinal, March 19th of 1980, this was my senior year of college at York, was also back at the Gale complex. And that was a close game, 81-78.
Right.
So what do you remember about that one?
Was that the game before we won the
Yeah,
state?
that win there took you to the state finals.
Opponent was
Bishop Hannon. Yes.
I think what that one was. We was back and forth, and then we got the league. So now they had to come to us.
Yes.
You feel me? And no, they had the league at first, and they was trying to stall, right? They had the league. So what happened is I played. I sit in because I'm playing number 5.
High scoring game though.
Huh?
High scoring game, but you made it that way. It was 81-78.
Yeah. So what happened is. He threw it across, I tapped it, got it, full court, slammed the game over, we won.
Right, that semifinal round.
Right,
Yep.
semifinals. Then we went to the States.
East Brady.
East Brady. So
Hershey Arena. I was a 3:30 start. PIAA has all the brackets. They have it all here. So
what happened the night before our game, the head ref for all refs came to me and Derek.
Yeah, this is a great story. You got to tell us this.
And came to me and Derek's Laurie room. Where's that?
Yeah, you're good. You're right there.
Came to me and Derek Laurie's room. So Derek asked him who he was. And he said he's the head ref for all refs. He's not reffing no games. So we was just talking to him and asking him. He said, I wanted to come and see who y'all was here and not to talk about y'all. I said, okay. So the next day, our game, I go, he's on the court. I said, what you doing, just warming up? He said, I got to ref your game because another ref got sick. I said, okay.
Interesting.
I felt something. I said, okay. So we get into the game. I told him to huddle, and I said, yo, something going on, y'all. So watch yourself. Let's get this lead quick, and we don't let them get no lead because they're going to stall on us. So we went up 11-0 before the game even started. I mean, they didn't even come over half court. They couldn't make it. We kept going. They called halftime. They called timeout. And that's when all hell broke out.
I know you got in foul trouble.
2 quick offensive fouls. They threw me the ball, a twisted turn, and he said foul. But
well, some of these teams upstate, they're good at taking charges.
Yeah,
especially when you're
playing.
playing.
It wasn't a charge.
They're good at trying.
Well,
he probably.
No, it wasn't even like that. Trust me.
A lot of flopping. I know, because when you're not as, and I've seen it over the years with Chester.
He called me 2 straight offensive fouls. I ain't never had that in my whole life. So I'm sitting on the bench.
And he was talking to you before the game.
Yeah, the night before. But now, I'm going to tell you what happened. Now, at the end of the game, 3 minutes something left, I was leaving out the arena. I'm mad. They had the lead, and they come down. They start. We weren't up to score. They still had the lead. They come down until then we fouled them. They called foul. Boom. About 5 or 6 of our players fouled out. We had JV playing in that game. You feel me? But now,
I feel you.
I'm going out the arena, and their fans is running to the exit where I'm going out the arena and saying, we sorry what's going on. And I looked out and said, yeah, this happened to us all the time. So I went in the locker room, and the University of Pittsburgh coach, who was the coach of the University of Pittsburgh, came in my locker room while I was in there and said, I ain't never seen an official game like this in my life. So I said, this is what they do. And he left out. Then this guy came in, he was the ref, another ref. He said, I'm sorry this happened, man. They pulled me from your game, so he couldn't do it. You know, they was headhunting this you, because they said the only way they could beat Darby Township is get you out the game. I said, what? So I started putting back on my shoes to run out there, because I was going to say something, you know. But as I was putting on my shoes, the team coming in crying. I said, "Stop crying, man. We ain't lose this game." Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what happened upstate.
So East Brady.
East Brady, and they're even their fans. Even if you get the clippings back then from the newspaper, they tell you the whole story.
Yeah,
They
they're
even
not.
said it.
That's right out there near Butler.
Yeah, they even said
Butler,
it back in
PA. You know, went to high school there. Tom Brady.
Right. Oh, he went to East Brady.
He's an East Brady grad. 0 for 4 in the state in the Super Bowl, by the way. But hell of a player. So East Brady, yeah. I'm trying to. So anyway, you come home and boy, tell me about the trip home and then the support you got from the fan. I hope you got some town people from the area come out.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what happened. We quiet on the bus all the way back, you know, and not really talking. Because people was pissed. We was pissed. And we get over the Penrose Bridge to Shern Hill from Philadelphia. It's right, we about a mile or so away from Philadelphia International Airport.
Right.
So come over this bridge. You ain't in Philadelphia no more. You're in Darby Township. They had fire engines waiting for us and put us on fire engines, parade around town, had a big party in the park for us. I still had it because, you know, that's how our town is.
Yeah.
You know, like this past Saturday, we have an annual class reunions, and everybody's from the beginning of Darby Township to not seeing it in Saturday to 2022. And you know, you seeing people, grandmoms and great grandmoms there, and it was cars from one end stretched all the way up to Fallcroft. You had to get shuttled to the cars. That's how much everybody come flying in town.
1980.
No, not yesterday. Right. This Saturday. This is happening every year.
Yeah, Fred, you want to go in here a little bit? Oh, you're good. Okay, okay. It's Kev's show, but you know it's good. But yeah, this once you know you went to 2 state finals, and you know so you kind of knew how Chester felt in '54 and '55. And 57.
Yeah.
And 59 and 66, 67. Kenny Durrett.
I knew how Bretton felt because I know when they was in the state championship, I knew what was going on.
Well, they never made it.
I ain't talking about when they was in the tournament.
No, they didn't even make the tournament. Well, 78 they did with Hot Shot. They lost to Harrisburg in the second round. It was a great game. It was up at the farm arena. No, it was at the farm show. Yeah, it was at the farm show. I have color pictures of that game. I got Hot Shot.
Yeah,
I got Hot Shot.
Man,
I got to try to before we get on this.
And he was Hot Shot.
Yes, he was.
He had some tricks for you, and he'll put it in your butt. I called him. I could see in a little way. What's his name? Steve Curry. Steph Curry, because Steph can handle the ball and he'll fire it in your face.
Oh yeah.
You know, so Hot Shot was.
Hot Shot was anyway, I got some great pictures, but I got Hot Shot was the and Brent Hagwood was on my show a couple of weeks ago. He was a sophomore on that team. That was a great game. The Cougar, Harrisburg and Chester, a great rivalry over the years. We got to get it back.
Right, yeah.
Harrisburg.
So how's Chester now?
They're good. They
always
but lose a lot of kids. Basketball, the Catholic schools love our kids, man. They come right on in. They follow me on Facebook. They see who I'm pumping up. It's tough. But they were had a great year this year. Lost to Reading, a heartbreaker, first round of the states. Right. They haven't had a losing season since '63. They're still tough. Keith Taylor's the head coach, 87 grad. He's done an unbelievable job in our football programs. We talked. We're keeping our kids, and but basketball, you lose a couple guys, it's really tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough, but they're still very competitive, and we just got to keep working. And I'm allowed to recruit. I can go out and say, hey man, play with Chester, because I announced the Chester Biddy championship games.
Right.
Did you get a chance to play at a place called the Cage? 8th Street, Chester. That was a big.
Yeah. Back in the day.
That was.
If you were basketball playing good, you played. That's what I was going to tell you.
The Cage.
We called it the Cage. I remember they said going to the Cage. So what are you talking about? I go in the fairground.
The 8th Street.
And the project is in a circle, and then you go in between the project and there, and you go in there. It's a basketball court with fences this high. Fences high.
Oh yeah, the fence was high.
Yeah. So you go in. It's a Cage.
The Cage. Bo Ryan, Lou Alcindor, Bo's from Chester, 65 grad. But the good thing about going to Darby Township is that, again, you had similar to kids from Chester, you had a lot of success in your Darby Township and even Darby Colwyn.
Yeah, back in the day was
62, 63. I mean, in the 60s, and if
Yeah,
you
it
look
was
at the
good
history
back
book,
then.
it was Darby Colwyn,
Yeah.
which is now Penwood, and
Yeah.
Darby Township, now Academy Park. And when they play each other, I announced the game a couple of years ago, public address, maybe 5-6 years. It's insane, especially when the teams are really, they're
Right.
good.
Well, it was just, yeah, see, back then you had Yeaton High and Darby High. You had, and Darby was a guard, and what's his name? Kevin Clifton played with Darby. Rock, he played when I played 1980 from Darby guard, Little Rock. He was a Little Rock too.
Yeah, he was tough.
He's tough dude. He played hard.
Yeah.
He carried you was 6-7 feet coming at you.
So yeah, you had to go against those guys, and
Yeah.
yeah, so it was just an amazing run you had. Now, 79-80, your senior year, you had a couple of battles with Chester. Everybody was talking about it over the year. Well, Darby Township, a lot of success, even though they're a small school. Will
Right.
they play Chester? And there was a controversial article I have Jack Carney wrote. Jack Carney, Delco Times, about.
Right.
I think it was somebody on Darby Township says Chester was scared, but this is in '78.
Nah,
It was in
nah.
'7. Now I have the article. I have to try to find that.
Nah,
I have it at home, but
Chuck Rob and because they had a thing for me, and I was telling Derek Laurie and Adam, come on, man, let's get busy. And Hicks said, my jump on. I called Tom out, and Lou looked at me. I said, give me Richard Womack and Reggie Hines. We got to go to battle in here, because we sitting there and truck, boom, hit me in the chest. You can hear it through the whole gym.
so this is the 2 years. This is the two games you played in 1980. We're
Yeah,
talking
right.
about now.
This is one of
All
the
right.
games.
The first game was you played twice in December, according to my archives.
Yeah, because one of them we played them the non-league game, and then we played the second game we was in the Kiwanis tournament.
So December 11th, it was at Chester High.
Right.
And
Last of the Titans. they
you
had.
beat them.
We beat 'em.
60-54.
Right.
And then you played them again December 28th. Chester
That
beat you.
was yeah, that was Kiwanis tournament.
Now, where did you said there was a fight? Which game?
That was the first game.
At the clip joint, we
At
call it.
Chester
Now
High.
named after Fred Pickett Gym now.
Yeah, oh, that's what it's called.
Named after the legendary Chester High coach. Fred Pickett, 3 state champs, and a lot of wins.
Okay, yeah, so it started big brawl, Chester fans, Township fans, everybody's on the court, blah, blah, blah. They took us down the locker room. 45 minutes, Coach Al Lewis come down and said, do we want to finish the game? We said, yeah, we want to finish this game. So we come up, what we seen was, wow. Police officers were all around the basketball court. They had a big rope going around the court. You feel me? Police officers behind the rope, and we playing the game, finishing the game. So when the game got close down to the end, I just grabbed the rebound and I come up with the ball. Call open, because I had Brent on me at first. I got him at the top of the key. So
6'9", Brent Hagwood. You're 6'4".
No, I'm 6'6".
You're 6'6". Okay.
6'7", yeah. So I shoot right by him. So that's what I kept doing, and dish it off or take him to the hoop. So now they put Truck Rob on me. He's heavy. I go right, I was slim. So I was quick, but I could go either way. With my hand either way, drive either way, left or right. So that's why they couldn't, I was more quicker than the big guys. So we kept the lead as long as I kept the ball in my hand. That's how I felt at the end of the game.
And all, just everything was settled.
Yeah, from running from
Who
top
was
to
were the guys on the teams fighting against each other? Was it fans?
No, it was a fan. First, it was us fighting Richard Womack and Richie Hines, because they was getting with Brent and Truck Rob.
Okay.
So
And they
so
back then they stayed in the game where they warned or
Nah, they
They threw
was
'em-
so much brawl that they came up so quick. Like they start pushing each other.
did they throw him out of the game?
No, they
Oh,
was
okay.
pushing. The fans came out before
Oh,
anything really
okay.
started.
And you were there. Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, the fans came
Mr. Brown,
rushing
yeah.
out both sides. You know, it was a
That's a
wreck.
story I've only heard from you. I don't remember Brent saying that, but
well,
he was
it
on our
a
show.
fight. So
So anyway, all cooler heads prevailed,
yeah, so we
and
came
then
up.
you won the game,
Yeah.
60-54, and everything was okay.
Yeah,
Did you
they-
shake hands after the game?
Nah, they ain't shaking hands. Nah, we was total enemies, on the court. And then they wanted to beat us because we beat them.
It's
in their
different
home.
these days.
See, they was calling it in the papers the Clash of the Titans.
That's in the Delco Times. I don't have that copy.
That's what they called it.
So with Kiwanis is at Widener University then.
No, that's what Chester was calling their tournament, the Kiwanis tournament.
Oh, so you went back there again?
That was the second game.
Oh, wow.
In December.
Okay, so that was fine. It was a close game.
Yeah, and then they beat us that game.
No problems. Everything good.
Yeah, then I met them again, Truck Rob and Brent and another guard. It was like Township and Chester again in Delco All-Star games.
Oh,
so,
man.
Now listen, Chester's quad 3. We quad A, and somehow they arranged that Chester won their division, we won our division, so they had us match up. I think that's what they wanted to do.
So it counted in the standings then?
Huh?
It was a Del Val championship game, or was it?
No. Back then it was Del Val All-Star team, and you have different divisions.
Is this after the season?
After the season.
Oh,
yeah.
after the season.
Yeah,
so you played again.
We played at Strathaven. That's where it was.
Well, back then it was Nether Providence.
Where was Nether Providence?
It's still the same gym. Yeah.
Yeah, but we played in that gym.
That's a beautiful gym. Still looks good.
Yeah, so we played in that gym, and it was like
must have been packed.
It was. It had college coaches.
Big gym. Yeah,
college coaches in there. So we was battling at halftime. I'm gonna be honest. This guy Kyle Porphy from Yaton, he was our guard. He was quick. I said, Cal, shoot the ball. I said, you getting any college offers yet? He said, no, I see nothing but college scouts in here. He said, really? I said, I need you to start shooting that ball because you're quicker than them, because it'll open things up, because Brent and them was all on me. That's what I kept telling him. Brent and them all on me. Brent and Truck was all on me.
Chester that year lost. They got upset at home in the first round of the district. 52-48 to Springfield Delco and sophomore Dion Irons.
Yeah, Dion.
Who eventually took them.
Well, how'd they do? Dion's team in Springfield.
Eventually, they went to the state finals.
Oh, they did?
And only Springfield Delco boys basketball team to make it 81. Sonny Hill it's on TV. It's archived.
What?
It's archived. Jerry Quiedenfeld, the coach of Coach Q, was a coach of Springfield. And they had to play Uniontown. Steel kids. Steel, which probably East Brady had some Steel guys.
Right.
And they weren't that big, but they could just jump out of the building. They were rocks. And they beat 73, I think 73-61 was the final in favor of Uniontown over Springfield, 81. But they had a heck of a run.
Yeah, because I played against Dion. I think he was a sophomore. He was pretty good then.
Beast,
And then we played sophomore in the playoffs. The first thing, Collins, Craig. Yeah, Collins was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Went to Big Five.
Yeah, he went to Penn State.
Oh, he went to Penn. Oh, football.
No, basketball.
Basketball. Collins played basketball at Penn State.
He did?
Oh,
yeah, he played good basketball at Penn State. He was a sophomore. Sophomore had a good run, them years. But, every time the coaches came up told us, he said, I have 6 guys, and one guy is you. And then every time he goes to the middle, we say, Gale's in the middle. Because, see, when I played, I'm in the middle, I could pop this way, pop that way. They go up on him. Either way, you're going to stop me. You can foul me. I'm going to make it. I'm going to foul line. And that was the trick I did. I said, I pop this way, pop that way. And I go up. I'm going to make sure they brush me. So, that's how I get on the foul line. Or that's why he's saying I was a killer inside. Either way you go, he's going to make it on you or you're going to the foul line.
So I'm going to run down the guys 1980. Is that okay here?
Good.
All right. Got, of course, you, Kevin.
Right.
Anthony Walker.
Right, Deke.
Rob Carter.
Yep. Right.
Derek Lowry.
Yep.
Jeff Arnold was a sophomore on that squad.
Yeah.
Then off the bench, I see A. Brown, T. Brown, Armstead.
All right, not off the bench. Armstead started.
Oh, he started? Okay.
Yeah, Adam Brown started. T. Brown, he came off the bench. Now, he was about 6'2", with a 40-something vertical.
Well, I thought it was Gale, Walker, Anthony came off the bench?
Anthony,
Or Alonzo liked to mix it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And he loved a run and gun.
Yeah, you run and gun. We pressured the whole game. It was nothing but pressure. We pressure you. I don't care who you was. We gonna pressure.
But here's the thing: those kids in the coal region in Pittsburgh, they're physical, but I don't know. But you guys get, got more fouls called against you apparently, and they're physical style of basketball.
Listen, you hear what you just said? We get more fouls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying I've seen it before. You would think they would if they call those physical guys, and
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a physical game, but they can get physical with us.
yeah, exactly. So I know.
We
I
go
mean,
back and get physical. It's
yeah,
always very,
it's tough. It's
Cyrus
tough to win
coming-
state championships in more ways than one. But you got there, and then you graduate,
right.
and where do you go from there?
All right, now here goes a new story. I'm gonna just kick it out like this. I ain't gonna say no names. All right, my senior year, I needed to pass Mr.
The class.
a class, and the Adam Brown and Derek Laurie told me to go talk to him. He's a fair guy, blah blah blah. So I said okay. Went and talked to him. We had a good conversation. I said I'm gonna work hard because I need a B to pass your class and get a 2.5, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the end of the year, he's telling everybody who he didn't like their grades and what they're going to do. Go to summer school and I ain't laughing. So he said, Kevin Gale, you did come talk to me. You did work hard. You need that B. I gave you a C+. I said, what? I said, I got 85 average. And he told me, class participation took you to a C+. I said, oh, you crazy. So I got up. He said, where you going? I said, get out of my face. I'm going to see the principal. So I went to see the principal.
Who was the principal? Do you remember?
Height. What's his name? What Height?
Norris Height.
Norris Height. So
Did he hook you up?
now I'm gonna tell you what happened in there. I'm gonna be honest with this one. He said, I can't tell teacher to change his grades. I said, I'm gonna go to the papers and tell him what he's doing here. He said, what he's doing? I said, he's touching us. So that's what you want me to do, and I know the paper want to hear it. So he said,
touch it.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, and okay.
But he didn't like me. See, I'm be honest. I don't know if you knew this, Frank. When you used to come, when you was younger, you used to come in his class. He touch you on your back. You keep coming, he touch you down further. You don't say nothing, he touch you further.
The guy that gave you a C plus.
Yeah. So I went and I had a talk with him, argue with him, So I said, so I left school. I ain't never come back.
Well,
It was the end of the year anyway when I had talked to.
But you got your degree.
Yeah, I got the degree. So now. I didn't get my 2.5, so I can't go Division I. I was going to go to Temple or Virginia Beach, Virginia Tech.
Oh man.
But also I was flying around visiting college. So the University of New Mexico in Albuquerque, I went there. And then they said what was going to happen is because I didn't know they was under investigation. So they put me over. They said, nah, right. So they sent me over to Roswell, New Mexico, in an academy school for a year. I got there. I didn't have a clue what they was telling me. I flew there with me. They brought my brother with me. I forgot that Mike with me. He graduated from North Carolina, and he needed a job. Just graduated. I just graduated from high school. So the coach flew both of us out there, and then they flew us to Roswell, New Mexico, the Roswell, New Mexico Military School, and that was a shock to me. I was like, whoa, I didn't know there was a military. I said academy school, and academy school was a military school. So I had to put on uniforms and learn stuff and this and that, had military classes. So I tried to feel it. I stayed in trouble.
You could play ball though.
Huh?
You could play sports.
Yeah, I was playing sports. We doing pretty good. Played against Spud Webb. He was going to one of them Texas junior colleges.
5'3".
Yeah, he was terrible. He was terrible too. But what happened? Oh, in that year. But what happened is I thought I was going to be at the university. They had me all shipped up that I was going to be there. But the news flash came out. University of New Mexico under investigation. So we all went over there to see the coach. And they had CNN, all them CBS, all the big cable companies there. And we pulled up, and the coach told us to come in and just told us to go back to our dorms and everything. And he talked to us the next day. So he told us everybody their faith. So they sent me to military school because I was just a freshman. And they enrolled me in there in what was it, October. I got enrolled in military school in October. Like I went there from September. You know, so I said, this what y'all doing again. That's why y'all in trouble. So I'm just being straight up with it. So that's what happened. Then from there, I got kicked out of the military academy, and I wanted to get out of there anyway. And I went to Kansas. I went there for a semester. Then I left out of Kansas because that coach that brought me there was leaving to go to coach a team in Texas. So I said, I ain't coming back here. So I went to Mercer County Junior College because I ain't just want to sit home.
New Jersey.
Yeah, in Jersey. So I went there. And what happened there, he said, I got a stacked team, Gale, you know, blah, 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 blah. He knew me. I said, I ain't worried about this. It's junior college. I'm a Division I player. What you talking about? But I went there and he didn't play me for a minute. And then he started playing me when we had playing non-league games and this and that. We went 28, 30 something to 0. And then in the playoff, he played me all the time. So I took him and he finally said, thank you, Gale, you know, because I got him to the Nationals down in Kansas. And then he didn't play me again. And our fans were saying, Gale, why he ain't playing? I said, talk to him. They have meetings without me. They always did.
What's his
yeah, so
coach.
That's when, but that year.
Sometimes you want to know who the names are, but you like to know who the name.
Their names, what is his name? Howie, I can't remember that coach's name. Howie.
But nonetheless,
yeah.
Then after that, then
but that year I was working hard because I knew I wasn't going to go back to college. Mm-hmm. I knew I wasn't going back to college, so I went back up to Temple University and started working out. Then on the weekends we played at McGonigal Hall, and packed my game so strong that I was jumping from the foul line. Slam.
Too bad you didn't play overseas or try any of that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's when the guys, scouts, seen me at Temple and asked me where college I'm going to, and I said, "No, I'm going to go pro." And he said, I talked to my cousin Mike Gale. He said, "Yeah, he played for San Antonio." I said, "Yeah."
San Antonio Spurs, Mike Gale, who beat the George Gervin, the Iceman, beat the Sixers in '79 in the quarterfinals. Another 76er choke job. But anyway,
so from there, where was I? From there, my cousin Mike was sending them money because we still had just get ready to release from Mercer County and finish up my finals, and he sent money to me so I could catch the plane to come to San Antonio. So the following week, I go up there and get the money to Mercer and driving back from Jersey on 95 corridor. They working on the road, riding by, the windows in the down, and the car rode by on the other way, heading towards Jersey. A rock ricocheted off his tire and smacked me in the eye and took hold of my eye socket out. So they rushed me to Will's Eye, and they had me bandaged up. And I took the bandage off. It looked like my eye was sitting out of the socket. You couldn't see the eyelids and nothing. Mm-hmm. And all this was reconstructed. They reconstructed all that.
They did a hell of a job.
Yeah, so, and gave me glass. I still got the glass I had back then when I was 20 years old. So after that happened, everything, like, it was a disappearing act. People who wanted me, they wanted to talk to you, but they didn't want to talk to you because I was disabled, they thought. Mm-hmm. But I could still play ball, you know, so that's why I didn't go different places, because they kept giving me slack about my vision, you know, back then. Mm-hmm. You know, they said, well, this guy, you know, he got one eye, he get hit in his other eye, you know, we'll be liable. That's what I kept hearing, you know, because I still went down and with the practice down there, you know, but I kicked butt. But like I said, it was a lot of money and politics involved, you know, because of my vision, you know. So I had a little discouraged, so I went back to school and tried to get a degree. That wasn't happening because I should have been seeing a sociologist, psychologist, because it really, you know, was really detrimental, because that's what I did for life, play ball, you know, and I knew I was destined. I knew it, but that fell short. So I went in the working world. Downtown Philadelphia, working as an accountant, and how I started getting them accounting jobs, doing counting pros and counts on call and this and that. Mm-hmm. Eventually, you know, got good at it, Started, really doing that. And I got tired of that, so I went into my own business, Town and Country Construction. And I migrated, now here is another story. I migrated to New York because I did a audition in Upper Darby, Drexel Hill. And I guess their family came down and they seen my work, and they was from Harlem, New York. Asked, do I do work up there? And I said, the money right. So I finally went up there to see what's going on and got a crew up there. And we did remodel the whole inside. So while I was up there, I always do this, put out my flyers. So as I was putting them out, I seen these cats with hard hats going in these brownstones in Harlem. I said, these are the people I need to talk to. So I went in there, gave him a flyer, walking away. He called me back and said, you do that? I said, sure, you're right. He said, go and look around. They had marked everything. So everything, they wanted to strip it down to the essence that to the joists you could see from the top floor to the basement. That's what they wanted done. So they said, this was calling, telling you what you think in the estimate. I said, I got it right now. I stayed upstairs 45 minutes, wrote the estimate up. I knew what I was doing. Right. And it was a gut out. And what happened is I got the job. I ain't had no employees for gut out. But when I was putting out flyers, guys on the corner said, yo, man, let me see that. And he said, yo, man, I need some work. I started laughing. Yeah, I know you do. You always going to need work. That's why you're on the corner working. So now I'm talking to them, and I said, give me 2 weeks. I could start. Yeah. They said, what you need? I said, I need the chutes out the window. I need 2 40-inch dumpster out there every day. Come pick up 2 of them, drop off 2 of them. I'm going to film. He said, you're going to film every day. Now I need employees. So I went to that corner. I told the dude down on the corner, I need 10 guys. Meet me here tomorrow, and I'll talk to y'all about it. It was 8. I said, then they said they dropped off my chutes, the company I was working for, in the dumpster. And I said, now I put plats on the steps, because there's 3 layers of steps. You had sliding trash cans down there. But one thing else when I had them guys, they couldn't fill the sludge hammer. So I had to throw the sludge hammer all day. And I said, if I'm throwing this sludge hammer, I want nothing in my way. Destroyed the first floor, second floor, third floor. Finished a week ahead of time. Called them up and said, yo, I need more work. Boys need work. They said, you finished? He said, no way. I said, come. Came by. That's when everything changed. Now the story is, now I'm working in Harlem. I'm doing work for them. I start picking up work on my own. People start seeing my work out there.
Right. So, we have a couple of minutes. So then we about 2-3 minutes left. So then
let me finish.
Keep going. And then you ended up in Texas too.
No, hold up. The juicy part is what happened to me.
Oh, I want to hear this.
I was doing my own work, and I had to hire a guy, his crew, to do the pointing outside and around the back, and he was scaffold. So I had to let him go because he was BSing me, and I got another Dominican crew coming in. So I went up on the scaffold second tier. It started collapsing on me. I jumped off, landed on my feet, and the pipe went up my rectum.
Oh,
so I'm grabbing myself.
Thank you too. Yeah.
I'm grabbing myself. I don't know what part of the body to grab. It was this weary feeling. Then I said, I might be all right. Then my whole jeans got wet. I said, I'm messed up. Took me to Harlem Hospital, blah, 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 blah. They put me in that's when you see the crowd, they put me in a medical induced coma for 2 weeks. Woke up, went after that. I said, I gotta get out of here. I got work to do. So went back to work, but I came back to Philadelphia to see my family and friend. She said, I said, it's time for me to get my colostomy reversed. She said, why you do it in New York? You don't know nobody in New York. Won't you do it here and you can stay here with me? I said, okay, that sounds cool. So I went to
colonoscopy, right?
Yeah, so
I've had a couple.
So
when you get a certain age.
So I went to Fitzgerald Mercy, got it done, sitting up. Fast story. Fourth day, the doctor come in and say, gas movement, gas valve movement. I said, nah. I said, my back is killing me. So he said, it's gas, get up and walk around. So IV, my friend, she walked me down the hallway and I collapsed. Pain was so he took me to CAT scan, found out I had 3 holes in my bowel, so it was toxic poison in all my major organisms. And it was eating me up, tearing me up. So went in next day at 10 o'clock in the morning. They didn't finish surgery until 10 o'clock that night. Had me open. I woke up in the surgery. With clamps on my stomach, I'm looking, and they pulling out my intestines. I'm just looking at it. So the anesthesiologist said, Doctor, Mr. Gale's looking at you. He's looking and he said, hit him again, hit him real quick. So he went back out. They said, I started waking up again. So what I'm trying to tell you is, I wake up in surgeries. This is my eye surgery. I woke up on it. You know how they put me on that day sleep thing? Not totally putting you out. They have to put me out because I wake up on that kind of stuff. So that's what all this stuff happens. So from there, they put me in a medical-induced coma. I woke up in the coma, out of the coma, but I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't move nothing. I'm hearing voices. I'm an organ donor. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I know I was in the surgery. Oh, what in the world? I can't move. I can't feel nothing. I can't see nothing. I ain't understanding. But I'm hearing voices. I said, they must got me in the morgue. So I'm bugging out. I don't know how long. Well, then I heard a similar voice. It was my friend. And so I said, okay. And I heard this. And so I felt, I swallowed. I felt my abs had moved. I thought they could see it, but they said, my face was disfigured. My neck was swollen. My hands were swollen. Everything was swollen. They had a tent, because they couldn't close my stomach up, so they put a tent and mesh inside. And every time I swallowed, it would shook my stomach. And I heard her say, "Oh, why is his stomach shaking like that?" And the nurse said, "He probably this way. He's telling to tell us he heard." And it was, and I calmed down. So these things, then the medication they had me on, I couldn't remember nothing. I didn't know who my family was, nothing. For about a year, I started getting things back. But now I'm seeing a psychiatrist. On his medication, on Demerol, and this and that, I stopped taking it. He said, "Kevin, you ain't getting no more." I said, "Yeah, every time I take that, I can't remember nothing. I don't want this no more." I had to. One time I was in Virginia, when I was in Virginia with my brother Mike, when I was sick like that, because I went to the hospital at 38 waist. I came out with a 28 waist. I came out with a cyst on my stomach, because they couldn't close it, so they took skin graft off my leg, put it on my stomach, so when I stood up, everything protruded out because there wasn't no muscles keeping it in. So I had a cyst, colostomy bag, and I looked like an Ethiopian. You feel me? So I had to work myself out of that. It was hard, but like I said, I did in my mind. I never gave up. Like now, I can't see. I had 1% vision in one eye, but I don't sit home and worry about that. I keep busy. That's how I got through.
Right. Right.
I stay busy. I go to the gym in the morning and I work out. That keeps me doing something than regular stuff you do in life.
Appreciate you coming on the show.
Right.
Appreciate it.
You too.
It's a great story, and hopefully somebody will do a book on you someday.
Oh, that's happening now. A book and a movie.
Oh, okay. I want
A
to.
book and a movie.
Yeah, keep me up to date with that.
It was a friend of mine from high school. We played on a basketball team. We married. His wife is Dr. Tiki Collins, and while me and him was talking, because he was asking me questions. He's a pastor now, and he was asking me. He said, "Kev, people saying that they see you running on Baltimore Pike." I said, "Yeah." He said, "Man, you blind." He said, "How you do that?" So we talking and explaining. Then one subject like we talking now.
Yeah.
His wife was in the background. Listen, she said, "I didn't mean to interrupt y'all, but I was listening to your story." She has a couple of movies out now. They like Lifetime movies, So she is saying that's an impeccable story you got, that you never gave up. You kept challenging yourself to no end. So she said, "I would love your story and write about it and do a movie on it." So that's where we at the stage that we're at now with that.
Well, thank you.
I'll meet with them shortly.
Yeah. Well, keep in touch, and I'll spread it around and the information on it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kevin Gale, 1980, Darby Township, a great athlete, great person, unbelievable history. And again, downtown Freddie Brown. Thanks for coming out for support. And we will enjoy the rest of your stay here in Delco.
Oh, yeah. And I hope I can come back later when I finish what I'm doing in this other stuff what I'm into. And I'll let you know that later as it mature.
Right.
So we'll see what happens.
All right, well, there you go. Thank you very much again.
Thank you.
Kevin, the great Kevin Gale. And just waiting, we pretty much wrapping up the show right now. And it just was, it was an incredible show. Incredible show, incredible story.
You have a lot of history here.
Yeah, a lot of history. And I'm archiving it.
John, great memories as well.
Thank you. Look great. Jean-Pierre, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. All of our great sponsors. It's been another edition of Delco Sports 360. I'm Dave Berman. Everybody, thanks for tuning in.